All right. It is day two of starting my own business with Kenzie and kind of this journey that's uh, been unfolding. So, yesterday, I talked and kind of expanded on a concept of going through like it's almost like a yummy, yucky feeling where it's like what feels aligned and what is aligned and what's not aligned. And so it's like that emotion and the logic driving the decisions that I make on a daily basis, and especially with decisions like this big business that's starting. And so yesterday went through a lot, and today trying to get more clear on that and how like what I really want to do as far as serving customers and serving the space, and really it comes back to this like the word of like free energy of how can we tune and tap into something that it's just 1 + 1 = 5. It continues to grow exponentially more than the energy we're putting into it because of the timing, the place, the market, the need, all that kind of stuff just is really aligned. And I've realized more and more that it's like the business that we'd created back before my other business that I was a part of. Right before this, I realized that we were really solving a need that we didn't know was essentially there originally, that we started solving that we didn't even set out to do. And so it was tuning into more of like that feeling of cool, how can we serve people in a way that they're not expecting, or they think their problem is one thing, and really once we look under the hood it's different things. So it's really working with these small businesses and these entrepreneur startups and maybe up to like medium-sized businesses where it's offering our expertise on what we can do to serve the space that they're in. So I'm curious behind testing out this model in other areas. There's a possibility that I'm under a non-compete to where I'm not allowed to work in the same space or possibly even do some of the same stuff. And I talked to my old business partner today, and I told him kind of a little bit about the vision that I've been having, and obviously it's still being developed and crafted. But I just let him know a little bit of like what I was thinking, and initially he kind of tells me that he's not sure if he's like it sounds too similar to our companies, to what we're doing, and might be something that ends up being in that non-compete area. And luckily, I haven't taken the buyout yet, and the buyout means I take the non-compete, and if I don't take the buyout, then I don't have the non-compete. So it's really evaluating like what is that worth, and like does it actually am I actually like in the same competition, which is it's kind of a gray area. It's hard to really understand and dive into the details of, so we're trying to do that. But I just told him that really I'm more committed to my vision and goals than I am committed to a non-compete. So it's like or to the money that could come from the buyout or whatever. So it's like I'm trying to be more honest to what my vision is of what I can create and how I can serve people at the highest level, rather than trying to take a buyout or to try to skimp around a non-compete and try to maybe dance and try not to get try to bend the rules but not break them type of thing. And I'm just like, hey, it's not worth it. I'd rather be able to just run full speed down the path that I'm going, because that's how committed I am to my vision and my drive. And so really diving into that a little bit more today has kind of been the focus, especially since that phone call with him. And I connected with a couple of people that I think I can help serve, but it's completely out of the realm that we were in before. I was focusing on typically direct to door, like door to door companies, and direct sales companies. And so this is a little bit different, this realm that I'm kind of exploring and connecting with, because in my mind, I want to see if I can prove out the model in different areas to see if we actually have something that's expandable beyond where we started. And so that helps me better identify if I'm going to have to continue to keep that non-compete, or if I can work in this area and eventually maybe go back into the area we were in before if that non-compete is going to be in place or whatever. But it really is just coming back to saying, you know, I'm not scared of jumping down a new avenue and saying, hey, look, I'm going to do what it takes to make this work. I'm going to prove the model and figure out how I can serve the space and the other entrepreneurs and people that that are starting their own businesses or that are stuck in their small business trying to get it to the next level. And I'm just super passionate about helping these people and creating a service for them. And I'm more committed to doing that than I am to a buyout, and more committed to that than, you know, skirting around a non-compete or my integrity. And so that's kind of been the goal of today, is getting more and more clear constantly. And there's a couple of really cool practices that I've been doing where it's really focusing on, like, it's a lot of like what small companies should do, where it's really writing out your value proposition that you're offering to customers, and writing out like who is your customer, who specifically are you trying to target, through what channels. And then it's going through like, what are your key activities, what are your key prospects, what are the key connectors or the key I guess individuals in that you need to work with, and then talking about revenue streams and stuff. And anyways, it's a whole practice that I put myself through actually twice, yesterday and today, as I get more and more clear on it, to try to redefine, like, cool, who am I actually targeting, who am I actually trying to serve and help, what does my product actually do, and how can I make sure that it's in the same realm of area, that it's in the same ocean and depth that I'm used to, not diving into like, cool, I'm gonna now take on this whole new thing that I'm not even sure of. I kind of want to keep it similar to what I'm used to, and that is focusing on companies that need help with really gaining more leads, companies that are struggling at training and retaining their employees, struggling at crafting a vision long term, like crafting something that's an opportunity and showing them, you know, why they should stick around and grow with the company rather than just a high and buy summer job. It comes back to maximizing the training and processes behind these companies' structure. So how they onboard somebody, how they get that person to the next level, how they help them answer questions as time goes on, or how they continue to answer the frequently asked questions that people get all the time as owners. And so targeting those companies and getting really clear who I'm going to serve and how I'm going to do it, and then how do I create a duplicatable, a duplicatable process across different businesses and different industries. I don't want to be a one-trick pony. I want to be focused on, like, I have a proven process that works for whoever, for the most part, as long as you fit this criteria. And so I'm trying to get really clear on what that customer criteria is. So like I said, I think it's like small, so it's like the startup business area, if you have experience in starting up businesses, the small businesses primarily, customers that are doing, you know, a few $1 million in revenue, maybe up to 10 million, and then like the medium-sized businesses that are really still searching for a duplicatable, like repeatable, scalable business model. People that really haven't nailed down, they're still kind of throwing different ideas at the wall and hoping that they stick. It's really taking these people and saying, cool, you're essentially outworking your ability, and you couldn't take on any more if you wanted to, because you're that really like hardcore blue collar worker, whether it's you're selling all day or moving product all day or just pushing to you know, get the business to move and run and thrive or whatever, and essentially finding these business owners that are at their end where they're like, hey, I couldn't put any more effort even if I wanted to. And they're making decent money doing it, which you know what I mean? It's like finding those people that can actually pay for these services. And so it's saying, cool, I want to find people that are just like that. And I want to show you how I can kind of up-level your business by a few different practices, tools and resources, processes, and then just like giving you the best training that's already out there and connecting you with the right people to essentially take your business to the next level. And that gives them the ability to make more sales, to open new locations, to be able to like spend less time doing stupid tasks, stupid like mundane tasks that it should be done by someone that's getting paid minimum wage, and like helping them with marketing and all that company culture stuff. So realistically, those are the customers I'm looking for. Those are the people I'm looking to serve, and just getting really, really clear about that, writing that out, continuing to define what it is I need to do as a company, how I can serve these people. And so my challenge to you is if you are in a similar situation, if you're a small business owner, if you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling in certain aspects, really get clear and maybe just write these out. Obviously, I'd be happy to provide some tools and resources if you want to connect. But it's writing out what is your value proposition to customers. What service are you providing? Who is your perfect demographic customer? What channel are you using to attract them? What are the key activities and the key contacts that you need to make in order for this stuff to happen? There's a few more on the paper that I'd written down that I need to go back and look at. But if you're someone that's kind of struggling with really like dialing in your vision and the model of your business, I'd be happy to help. I've written this out multiple times, and we did this for our own business before with the company I was at. And it's just getting more and more clear on that helps you get more and more clear on the actions that need to take place. The better you can be focused on what you're trying to achieve, the easier it is to say, oh cool, I think these are the steps to get there, and actually taking action towards that. So again, it's like the bigger the why, the easier the how. And so if you know exactly why you're doing your business and what drives you, the easier you're going to be able to go out there and take the steps towards doing that. So it's like, who is your customer? What are you trying to do? How are we going to do it? And then it's like, cool, we're really clear on all of that. Now let's take some action steps and test out our theories. So our hypothesis is essentially kind of like what it means to write a business model as a hypothesis behind I'm guessing this is going to work. I'm guessing this model is the way to do it. And then it's going out and proving it or failing it and rewriting it. So I'd be happy to help anybody that's also struggling in their own business model or feeling like their business model needs a tweak. So feel free to reach out. That's kind of what happened today, along with multiple other things of just family business, trying to take care and run a household and everything. So feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. Appreciate you. And we'll talk soon.